vocals. Woman of the vocals. Hello. So for those who are around really early, I had to today. Here we go. We'll do that. I had to make sure my wife went to work this morning. I'm going to have a little drink here before we start. This cup says the best ever. You can't really see it though. The world is wild right now. Can't even watch the news. Drives me crazy. So we talked about this in the last show, and I'm just going to read it to you because I love it. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. People will never forget how you made them feel. Hey, Peaceful Prince. How you doing? How are you today, sir? It's good to see you back. Okay, so let's looking around here. Let's go over there. Okay. And there you are. Okay, I'll put you in the room as well, just in case you decide you want to pop up for a few minutes, say hello, introduce yourself to the world. The Peaceful Prince is a master healer, for sure. Definitely connected to what I consider the higher realms of possibility. Good morning, Greenie. How are you today? I like my little green heart there. Yes. I think of green hearts and I think of the Grinch, right? His heart grew tenfold. Each of us has a unique part to play in the healing of the world. Do you believe that? Good morning, Rose. Good to see you, Rose. Rose here's, oh, thank you. You come home every day. Rose is here. Shining love. I love it. Thank you so much. How are you feeling this morning, Rose? Are you enjoying your life? I hope so. I sense you are a very kind soul. I can't hear. Well, can anybody else hear? Good morning. Angel, how are you? Can you hear me? Interesting. Okay. If you can hear me, press 1 or just say you can hear me. Can you hear me? No? I've got 1 I can't hear. It looks like my microphone is bopping pretty good. Nice. Now I can. Loud and clear. Well, I've been called worse. I have definitely been called worse. Angel, I would love to have you up sometime. Are you open to that? If you are, just tell me, and I will put you on the guest list. I can hear you. I can feel you. I can feel you. I want to read that again, okay? Each of us has a unique part to play in the healing of the world. Do you believe that? Because I believe that we're drawing healers here from all over the world. And many of the healers, you know what? Get on HAPS. Start it today. Let them hear your beautiful voice and let them know what makes you uniquely you. I like that. Uniquely you. It's like a tongue twister. Absolutely. Yes. So this morning, what's everybody drinking? Are we having coffee? Are we having tea? What are we doing? If you're having coffee, you can press a 1. If you're having a tea, you can press a 2. I want to show the world what is possible. And I want you guys to know the possibility of your highest self this morning. And I want you to open your mind and your heart to new avenues of healing and hope. And I pray that on this glorious Friday, which opens the doors to the weekend, that you are creative and kind. Can we be that together? Creative and kind. I would like to say, Michael, hello to you. It's been a while. It has been a while. I love your broadcast. I went through a period where um, I felt like I needed to heal myself. And I was going, I think, through some healing processes or awakenings, if you want. I don't know if anybody else has had that, right? Hey, Rose. Water. Water's good. They say that when you sleep, your brain actually gets very dehydrated. The first thing you should drink instead of coffee is water. Have water first. I heard that recently. I've also been juicing, doing a lot of natural, alive foods the last little while, and my energy level's better. I have been feeling my heart chakra and my crown more than I've ever felt before. And I know, Peaceful Prince, that you do that all the time. That's your groove, right? That is definitely your groove. But I want to see more spiritual people on here. And I realize that most spiritual people are not necessarily extroverts and they don't really want to be in the spotlight. And it takes a somewhat wild personality to think it's okay to come on here and talk to strangers. But you know what? If you develop a community in no time at all, you will have people in the room that you see every day. And it's just like visiting a form of family, right? And we are, because we're all in the higher frequencies and buzzing together. I'm so new to this app. Well, I'm telling you, this app is made for you. It is. And I had someone come to me and say, look, we need to get you on this platform and get some of your woo masters. That's what he said. Get your woo masters on here. Martial law is coming to the US very soon. Gemini power. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. I had a friend a year ago who's a prepper, and his name's Hans, and I learned so much from him. He's such an incredible human being, and I hope he's out there today. I hope you're hearing me or you hear it on the replay. But he opened my eyes to what's going on in the States. I had no clue. Yeah, I've got him in here if he wants to come up. Do you guys find, and I mean this wholeheartedly, that every day feels the same? It's almost kind of like Groundhog Day. It doesn't matter if it's Monday or Sunday. I don't want to run day. That's my fun day. The Bangles, there you go. Prince wrote that, by the way. Manic Monday, right? That's where that came from. Manic Monday. I want to show the world that it is possible. It's possible to remember your true self. And it's possible to be in a state of gratitude each day. But it's also okay to be very, very angry at times. You know, expel all that anger. Let it out. Don't carry it with you wherever you go. Katrina! Good to have you back, Katrina. Yes. Yes. I am so in the dark right now. And I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of in denial. And I can't bear news right now. I just can't do it. I try, I watch it, and I get freaked out a bit. I want to show you something. Okay. I want to see how many people know what this is. Do you know what this is? Besides, it says Mojo Blues, Volume 1. This is one of my blues ones. So when I had the store many, many years ago, I used to make these in this little player. Do you remember this player here? Does anybody know what that is? You can record with it. I think the technology originally was in computers. If you know what that is, put it in the comments. I'm going to see if anybody knows what that is. But when I'm not feeling grounded, I play old music, reflect to old times because I felt safe then. You know? And lately, I have to admit, I and probably a little more awake than I used to be. Just a little. But with that comes the realization that we're very much sometimes in a matrix. You have the power to heal your life, and you need to know that. We think so often that we are helpless, but we are not. We are always have the power to change our minds. Claim your continuous power that lives in your deepest core and know that you are alive with possibilities and that you are here to heal the collective and that your potential has no ceiling. And I tell all my friends that stop making a ceiling. What you're capable of and what you're doing in this moment is so vast. You're magnificent. All of you, you're magnificent light beings. And just because you're misunderstood at times does not mean that you are not on your path. And it's hard for people who are sensitive. You know, we're deemed to be weird. We deemed to be out there, you know, floating among the stars. Yeah. It looks very small, like a floppy disk. Well, it's not a floppy disk. I can remember when my daughter was little and I had a record player, right? And she said, "Dad, is this like a giant CD? And how does that work with the arm? What does that do?" And once I showed her what it did, and when she listened to it because it was so vibrational, she now has a record player. And when I go up there, she's always playing records, which is so funny, which makes me believe that she is an old soul, which is what I've known from the beginning. This is a Sony mini disc. And for a very long time, Sony was the only ones that made this. And every time Sony did that, they didn't sell the technology, they had a rough time. Because you'd be better off to have multiple companies doing the same thing. I can tell you one thing about the mini disc, though. This might be, I have multiple players, by the way, somewhere. I don't know where they are. But way back when, my one daughter, Jocelyn, traded me this for a CD player, which I know is in the dumpster somewhere. And that might have been 12 years ago, 10 years ago. And when I got it, it was pretty beat up, but it still plays. So let's jump around here. So always claim your power, know your true essence. Listen to your being. It is continuously giving you hints. It is a still, small voice. It does not shout at you. Many times when I get messages from my guides, I feel a tap or a nudge of some sort, and I feel the world is in my favor, and I feel joyous at times. And I'm feeling the energy right now in the room, and it's just beautiful. It's flowing freely. Thank you so much for that energy today. And I know who's doing it. You're a very powerful man. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Are you open to coming up for a second, or is it too early for you, sir? Peaceful Prince. No. And I know it's the collective of the room, but if you can, if you don't know Peaceful Prince, make sure that you follow him today. He has beautiful, powerful gifts that everyone should be connected to. It's he goes beyond the veil, I think. Santos, good morning, Santos. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here this morning. Rose, thank you so much for the super heart. That's so kind of you. I do appreciate those super hearts. But, and I love that we get paid on here, right? I did hear some really disturbing things, though. If you buy the coins from Apple, they take $8 of the coins. So if you bought $100 worth, they basically take 8%. Wow. Apple makes money every way they can. So they're saying to you, if you're going to buy coins, buy them from the HAPS website. Don't buy them from anywhere else because you could get duped. Someone, I think it was Bannerman. I think Bannerman bought coins. I think if it was for Vincent, and he bought $100 worth of coins, and I think he ended up getting something like $48 or $56 worth of the coins. That's it. Once it was lost in translation. As it is kind of you being here. Oh, thank you. You know, it's strange that the power of HAPS is incredible. Now, the broadcast in the morning, they don't tend to get a lot of numbers. You know, you might get 300 people sometimes. But a day later, it's 1,200, 1,400 people, sometimes 2,000 people. That would never happen on Periscope or any other platform that I know of, except for YouTube. And on YouTube, you know that's a tough nut to crack because there are just thousands and thousands and thousands of people doing content. And then the other thing is, too, you almost have to know who's on and their name. There's certain channels that I love. One of them is Jason A, and they don't promote that anymore. I never see that channel, and it's powerful, but it's kind of out there. Are you guys developing spiritual maturity right now? Are you accepting all the responsibility of being in this space and knowing that you are an ascended angel in some way and you're here to help your collective? Many of us chose tough families to be in. Many of us chose to come here to heal the collective. Hi there, Mark. How are you? Good to see you. Mark is a very kind soul. How's Florida this morning? Is Florida treating you well? I hope so. I have to admit, I have a little bit of the weather envy right now going on. It is important for people to know that no matter what lies in their past, they can overcome the dark side and press on to a brighter world. We can, no matter where you've been in the past. Think of Tim Allen, right? You know, he was a convict. He got a show on Disney. He ended up being on the second most popular show ever. Ended up doing countless movies for Disney. That is a transformation. I don't know if anybody knows Colonel Sanders' story, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken back in the day. He could not bear how little he was getting in his pension check. And he kind of looked at his life and said, what do I have that people would like that I could maybe make a little money from? What do I have that's unique that someone would enjoy? And he thought about this wonderful recipe, his chicken recipe that he had, I think he got from his grandmother. And he went from place to place to place to place. I think he went to over 1,000 different people. I think it was something like 1,067. And someone finally said, yes, I'll go in with you. And he'd make chicken and he'd go to different places and they would, we did a little fade out there. Did you see that? I ascended to the gods. You know what that is? I think I can't talk about chicken now. I love fried chicken. I've been staying away from fried chicken and I look less like a giant plump chicken. So You know what's nice is a lot of people in the room know each other, which is fantastic. I love that. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? Let's go to the next one. Let's see here. Yes, change your thoughts and you can change your world. Do you believe that, folks in the room? A positive mindset can do a world of good. Change your thoughts and you can change your world. There's another twist on that, too. If the way you view things changes, the things around you change. And it's true. If you go into a situation and you say to yourself, I am so blessed to be here, instead of, oh God, I have to go. I have to go to this place or I have to visit these people. But if you go there and have kind of your own little ministry and know that you're there to heighten the vibration in that room, and you become the best version of yourself each and every day, right? You will change the energy around you and the way people view you. And it's strange because within my own life, I have had periods where I was so depressed. I remember being in my 30s and being quite successful financially and very pleased with the amount of money I was making, thinking if I acquired this and I started collecting this, and if I had a house that was like this and a car like this, and I thought I could paint a picture and then everybody would believe the picture. And what's funny is when I acquired these things, my relationships were no better. In fact, many people were a little ticked off at me. And I think part of it was, what did I have to do? And where did I have to go? And what did I have to compromise within myself to get to that level? It was crazy. Universal truth. Good morning to you. I will put you in the room. And I'm feeling very connected today. Is anybody else feeling very connected today? Put a 1 in the chat if you're feeling. I'm finding that the vibration is very high. All right. And what do I need here? Oh, there we go. I got him in.
Oh, I totally don't know how to work this, so
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. I'm going to bring You're good. You're good. I'm so glad you're here. This is
get my
great.
glasses.
You go get your glasses. You tell me when you're ready. If you don't want to be on camera, I can have it where we just hear you, whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I think the hearing part would be better.
Yeah, you want to do that? When you feel more camera ready, that's fine. Do you have water and a coffee and all those good things?
I just need to put on some glasses.
Put on some glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So can you just give them a little welcoming package of who you are? And this is the Peaceful Prince, and just tell them what you need to do. He says he's an energetic field healer. Well, to me, he's much more than that.
Right.
You're much more than a healer to me. So I remember the first time I saw him in a broadcast, and I was like, I feel this guy.
I felt you the first time too. Like
I was like, this is weird. Yeah, thank you. So you speak. So what are you feeling this morning, sir? And there is a delay a bit, so we're going to talk over each other. So just remember that slight delay.
Okay. I'm looking at your energy, and I just seem brighter, like more assured, more vibrant, and I've been noticing this in everyone. Everyone's evolving. We're all evolving. We're all in this together. I feel more of a connection. As I even talk to you, I can feel more of the energy just grow and become. And I'm sure you can too as well. You can.
Can you project your voice a little bit more, if you could, or get closer to the mic, if you could?
Okay, sorry, I'm still new to this.
That's way better. That's so much better.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. And the wonderful thing about this platform is when you watch it later, and it is so clear, and people watch it,
Oh,
it's crystal clear in the replays, unlike Periscope. And
okay.
they're still working on stuff where you have the latency of the voice, and you have to get used to being patient and waiting for the person, kind of, because it's not instantaneous like it is with Periscope. But go deeper into what you're feeling with the energy.
Okay. So can I give them a little background about me a little bit?
Can I put your face up? Is that okay now? You look great to me. Can we try
Yes.
that?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
here
fine.
we
I
go.
thought my face was already up here. Oh,
It's
there I am.
beautiful. There you are. The full glory of the man.
Okay, okay, okay. It looks kind of weird to me, but because we're like squished
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
sure.
we've got it on landscape, so it'll be full screen when it's on YouTube.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Okay.
I don't know. It just looks weird. I'm just gonna listen to your voice and get used to that. I started years ago. I've been spiritual since I was a child, 9 years old, and I've been practicing spirituality and teaching others and helping others feel the energy. My favorite line is feel, not speaking, just feeling. Feeling will allow us to go deeper. I like to say I'm an energetic healer because I focus on energy primarily versus any other techniques or modalities. I don't have techniques because my path is just focusing on sensing the subtle energies of source, right? And I love love. So I'm a big softy because I love love. So I'm loving to spread just the force of love around into others and channel that love. So that's my thing.
And the one thing that I've noticed with you is these are just pockets of words, right? They're energy signatures. So he'll say stuff, and it's not, if you read it, you would go, yeah, whip de doo. But if you're in the room, those words go and transcend into different levels. And I've seen people start to vibrate and shake. You know what I mean? Like I was watching your show one time with a friend, and they're like, "Oh, this is just woo woo and what a bunch of craziness," and right. But he was starting to tear up right beside me, and I was like, "Oh, is it just woo woo now?" And he goes, "I don't know. This is the freaky realm, man. I'm starting to feel stuff." And the thing is, so many of us right now are feeling more than we can handle. Can you address that?
Yes, actually, we are. Um, this gets into talking about the shift of consciousness of humanity. So there are those who are acting as vessels um, to maintain, to cultivate that sort of energy that is needed. Everyone has a purpose, everyone has a calling. There are those who are just asleep and their purpose is pretty much just focus on their development or their karma or whatever.
Right.
And then
But
there are
that's
those
3D.
who,
But that's 3D. You're going to have to understand that a lot of these people that will watch this for the first time will just think we're throwing words together. So,
oh,
yeah, because we're going to get a different audience here. And I believe that if you go on daily, your audience will be through the roof.
okay,
So,
okay.
you got to
You want to
remember
break
you're
it down a little
getting,
bit more?
and you're going to be crystal clear on here. So the other thing that's going to happen with his broadcast, especially people in the room and people watching in the replay, you could have it on in the background. You could do your housework. You could do your work, and you would listen to his voice, and it would honestly raise your vibration just by listening to his voice. And that is a very rare gift, and you have that, my friend.
Well, you have a gift as well. I like to you're able to connect with others so well and um, communicate the 3D because I'm focusing more when I meditate. I focus more on the spiritual, which the con to that is that I start to forget a lot of my 3D ways. I mean, I have problems like everybody else, or challenges, I would say. but I start to forget a lot of things, dealing with negative energy. So certain times going into the positive energy, it changes you so
Mhm.
much that you start to forget little things like I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to describe it. It's like, for instance, something I would normally laugh at, like you would think a little joke that might seem, funny, or like I would get into this energy and then it would like the the energy would be directed somewhere else. So it's not like like I don't have emotion. It's kind of like the energy is so embodied. It's embodied into another
Yeah.
vibration, and that
Can, can
vibration resonates.
can I explain something that I've witnessed? So,
Oh,
in simpler terms, because again, I would like to think that I've done a little reading, and I find a lot of your stuff very cryptic. But it's
oh,
so it's so powerful. There's layers to his words, and I think every time you hear the words, they could be meaning something different to you. And I think the words that you say are different for each and every person, and that's your gift. But here's the thing: if you're on here and you want to learn more about spiritual realms and being in 4D, which is bliss, abundance, creativity, self love, nurturance, get out of the 3D, which is everything right now: fear, self loathing, gluttony, hatred. We don't do those, not very much. We try not to. We skate away from those. And I think that's what he's saying. Um, but I love talking to you and I love listening to you. And I've had in the past where I've had a bad day and I've just had you on in the background. And some of the times you were just there being still with your crown. Can you explain your crown so if someone does come into your scope, they understand that you're not talking to your Palladian overlords and you're not going to be
oh wow, no, it's hilarious. So the
Bannerman. Good morning. Good morning. That's just
the band that I wear around my neck,
yes,
and I don't have
yes,
it it's somewhere. But
yeah. Just explain it.
all right, so it is like a piece of copper. It's a band of copper, and it has a silver symbol on it, and then there's a little quartz crystal. So uh, I work with communicate. I'm a channel in a sense, so I communicate with a higher energy, a higher frequency, like much like a radio, So I communicate with a higher frequency, and that. All it is just helping me to focus, like focus mentally. It's mind over matter. So your mind is very powerful. So it allows me to focus my mind with the materials of the earth. So it's designed in a specific way to help me focus. Okay.
So here's what I think, and I could be wrong. Just tell me if I'm wrong. But I
Okay.
think when you have that on, it heightens your power in your
Mhm.
third eye. And he is kind of like you said, a radio station. I consider him more like a speaker. And what I mean by that is, let's say that there's higher beings, and let's
Mhm.
say they need to have someone, and it's not words, at least for me, it isn't. I'll explain how it is for me, and you explain the way it is for you. But for me, it's like a pocket of energy, and I decipher it the best I can with the abilities I have with words. But it's more like a pocket of energy or a download. I get a download, and I have to keep up. And sometimes I don't, and there's two or three people, one's talking, and it's frustrating. With you, I feel like you've actually have got the words. You might even see the words, but he is a speaker, and he just basically, I think, verbatim says what they're saying to him. Am I wrong?
Right. Yeah, you're right. It actually it's so on certain levels we use language. Language is our thing. Language is how we communicate. All right, we're at the point where we understand that language is not the only way to communicate with energy. If we're energy beings, then energy uses frequency. Like Nikola Tesla, he said that if you want to understand the universe, Nikola Tesla said, think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. Right. So we understand. We learned in science that our bodies are composed of energy, and we pick up frequency, and light is a sort of a spectrum of frequency. So everything is in terms of that. So when these levels of energy communicate with me, we can call them beings. When they communicate, they're sending like waves of thought energy condensed into information. And because I'm a human, we're human, we all have a unique way of communicating. So in a sense, I'm like the translator, the communicator. The I turn it into human. You know, we are the vessels that turn information into human.
Hmm.
And it's already coded in a way that'll give us the knowledge that we need. So it can appear as though, you know, I'm having a back and forth conversation with the being. It's just another level of information. It's being translated. Um, as if I was the geometric pattern, you know, like geometric patterns hold information and energy. So our bodies are composed of that, right? So we transfer the information in a way that makes sense to other people, you know. And I'm not a scientist and I'm not a physicist, so I can speak in layman's terms. So that's why they would pick a person that can speak to a greater audience versus a person that would only speak to communities that can understand what the heck
Yeah.
they're talking about.
Yeah. Now, my guides are saying so it'll be simple for them. We have to explain, you and I, my guides keep shouting at me, explain how your body vibrates. So, and like with him, which is so cool, and I've only ever seen this before or felt this before with Panaj Desai, where when he speaks, my body vibrates. And
Wow.
all great healers. So you're not just a speaker, you're also an intense healer. And most people who do these type of arts have one gift. Rarely do I see multiple gifts in one person. Or they have the multiple gifts, but they're terrified to go on air. They would rather have 3 people that they heal and I've done my work. Thank you. Goodbye. It's kind of like Celine Dion saying, I only sing in the shower.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I hope that you shine your light here every day, even when you don't want to, because we need your help. And I know you know what I mean. There's a
Mm-hmm.
huge collective of us right now that are being shoved down a pipe. And it's no longer about our ego, our vanity. Am I camera ready? It's now. Like I had someone give me a reading and went, Michael, shit or get off the pot. Make a goddamn decision. Start now. 2021, do it or don't do it at all, but don't whine about it. And I think with you, you're like me. I kind of go to the forefront and leave. I go to the forefront and I leave. And I'm not going to leave this time. So
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
so
Yeah. They I need to so for 2017 to 2018, before the COVID era, um I spent more of my time on Periscope, on social media, like
mhm,
helping so many people back and back. Like people call me back, and you know, my phone getting beat up by different people,
yeah,
and being able to walk them through their challenges and their dark nights of the soul, so to speak, and having them to elevate certain levels. Certain people were afraid of it; they're afraid to go higher, and certain people were ready. And those individuals I had to work with and deal with. But as we moved into the COVID era, my spirit kind of, you know, patiently,
mhm,
not kindly, was like, look,
yeah,
you need to now develop and work on you because we need you to go to a higher level of energy now. So,
yeah.
um, so I kind of drifted away from social media for a while, and now I'm actually meditating. You know, maybe like uh, hours. Like so,
So
yesterday
my
I
guides
think I
are
meditated
telling me
for
I
3
have to
hours.
tell you about how you get paid. Okay. So you need to listen to this. This is for
Okay.
you from
Okay.
them. Yeah, yeah, I felt that. Kim was here for you. And then they're saying you will not get ripped off in this format, roughly. And that this is a safe place for you to be, and there's less trolls. But here's all the ways you will get paid. Okay. If you broadcast every day, you get the coin, which you see. And you'll see even in mine, it says 68% of $50 goal, right? So that's over several days. But once this blows up, you could make, I don't know, maybe $200 a month, $300 a month, but then you get sponsors. I think they're sponsors or donors. I don't like either name, by the way, but they will pay you so much per month and you'll get all of that. So whatever that is, if it's $20, let's say you have a special one week and you say, everybody this week who decides to sponsor me for the year for $20 donation, I will give you a reading every month. And that's kind of what I've been doing. And I usually charge, I don't know, $40 to $60 or nothing, depending on what I'm doing. I just donated. Yes, you did. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So you have multiple avenues to make money. Here's the other thing too that you're not thinking about probably, because you could have sponsors of other sorts outside this realm and put it up in your room, because you have the tools in here to bring up pictures, to play videos, which means you could play commercials. You could even manufacture maybe that lovely thing you put on your head.
It's interesting, yeah.
You know, or merch. You can have merch, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something that might freak you out a little bit? Okay, since I've been on here, I've only been on here for a month. I have over 70,000 views.
That's awesome.
Right. I can see you in a month having 100,000, 200,000, because you're in right now at the right time. And it's not Trollville here, right? You know, because you and I used to talk, and within 5 minutes, somebody be in there going, "I'm transitioning. I'm doing this." You know, like crazy stuff would happen in the room, and you go, "I've got to go," and you would be gone.
I'm just curious about whether the audience on Haps is going to appreciate a person as bizarre as I am, because of the Periscope. It's kind of like on Periscope. It's like I get a lot of replay viewers, people who like to watch what's going on.
Oh, they're gonna love
people.
They're gonna love you here, man. They're gonna love you here.
What I think is that people are, you know, when I'm channeling that energy,
yeah,
it feels great, you know, and it brings out a lot of emotions in people. And so I know I can feel that this is actually time for us to bring out a lot of that emotion. And so, you know, it's funny because Kim is like down in the comment section and she's like communicating and talking, and I'm enjoying watching her, looking at her comments. And so I've actually worked, which you probably don't know, but I've worked with Kim before. And Kim, we do, what I'm bringing up Kim is because we do, what I've done before is do a lot of very personal, intimate sessions live on broadcast.
Hey, Bobby.
And Kim was one who actually experienced. She was so free and very brave and courageous to actually allow her inner child to actually come out and communicate. And it was a wonderful experience for everyone. And I'm thankful that Kim was actually able to participate in those experiences, because that's what I like. That's what I want to bring out, to crack that hard shell that humanity has that prevents us from actually being the emotional, evolved human beings that we are. Really, we're all a part of the oneness, and we all should not have these barriers, not have these restrictions, and not have these hard shells. Like
you know that message you're saying right now is also for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know that's also for me.
Yes.
That's for us, and I'm hoping I can.
They download it all the time. You know, they download it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we're getting some of the same broadcasts. Not exact, but they're similar.
Yeah, I feel it in you. I always feel it. I know when a person's going through healing and trance and they're evolving, when I can feel the energy in my chest.
Mm-hmm. We're doing this right now, folks. We've got to explain this. So his energy is doing this with my energy, and it's like cycling. And with someone like him, it is very difficult for me to concentrate because I am now entering realms of like 4D, and I kind of forget I'm here. I know that Bobby Shadow's there, but right now there's just us. And I'm hoping that you will feel this on the replay. And if you play it back, you will feel it in your heart chakra. And some people will go, "What's a heart chakra?" Well, Google it if you want, or maybe you can explain it to them.
Right. So chakras, well, for those of you who don't know, chakra is a Sanskrit word. It comes from Hinduism. It's an ancient Sanskrit word which means will, right? There are certain energy centers within the body. Your body's made up of energy. So there are certain energy centers within the body in the form of vortexes and wills and different types of structures, right? So that allows the energy to flow. Just kind of like think of a river and how you have these eddies and these vortexes and how water sort of swirls and everything swirls in a circle. That's life, that's love. Everything goes in vortexes and circles. So our bodies, our energetic bodies, have that same natural structure. The ancient Chinese poets, they spent most of their times, like Lao Tzu, um, they spend most of their times focused on looking and observing nature for enlightenment. Enlightenment is realizing that the structure of nature, how things work and how things respond in nature, is the structure of our beings. So when we look at our environment, our natural environment, we are really looking at our inner environment. So we are learning the natural structure, and when we are out of alignment because we somehow have created this environment that might not always be in alignment with all that is. When we observe our natural environment, we become in alignment with all that is. And by being in alignment, you're balancing those chakras. You're
Yes.
calling greater and greater levels of energy. You
Yes.
are positive. You are calm. You are abundant. You are receiving cash flow. You are receiving abundance in everything. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
abundance is not just cash, right? Abundance is, it is easy for you
Vitality,
to, right? Vitality, friendships, love, being able to
connection.
do what you want to do when you want to do it, having that
Mm-hmm.
connection, feeling comfortable at night, being able to sleep with a
Mm-hmm.
peaceful mind. That is abundance. So we're all receiving that. So instead of looking at things as if, well, I need to fix this part to do this part, look at it in terms of raising your vibration and allowing the natural reality, which is in
Mm-hmm.
harmony with all it is,
Yes.
allowing that to become, allowing to connect with that and become that.
Yeah.
And then everything in your life becomes in harmony.
Right.
So
And
all
and
things,
people need to step away from the fear. So that's pretty much, we have to, I don't want to be mean. We have to put it in a language that the average person will understand. I think a lot of people will dig the energy. I think they'll love it. People are saying in here right now, totally relating to this vibe. They'll get it. I don't know if they'll get it right away. I think in a year from now, when your vibration is higher and you're vibing, and if you spend some time with this magnificent individual, you'll feel it deeper and you'll have a deeper connection with it. And it might even have a different meaning to you in that time because you're stepping in. He's holding a space for you. That's what he's doing right now. He's holding an energetic space for you, and you can come in and embrace it, or you can judge it. And I highly recommend embracing it. Enough of
get
me
rid of fear. Just get, in simple terms, fear. We have a lot of fear. We have too much fear, to be honest.
right now.
So
We
this
do.
era, yeah. So you could tell if you're those placeholders, those spot holders in life when you're able to maintain calm. Your only purpose on some people who are born might only have one purpose, and their one
Mm-hmm.
purpose is to go around and be calm and generate love, because people are going to go bananas with all that's happening. They're freaking out. Um, And right now, I feel like I want to talk about something really, really important message is that right now we are experiencing more and more of this chaotic energy, and it doesn't seem to stop. Thank you, Bobby. It doesn't seem to stop. Thank you for subscribing. It doesn't seem like it's going to ever stop. So I'm going to be real. I'm always real, but in a different way, so people can understand. I'm going to say this. Now is the time to drop the fear and focus on your source. It's extremely important that we do this because if not, we're going to be swept away with everything that is happening. We're going to be swept away like a leaf in the currents of the wind. So you
Mm,
want to be grounded. You want
that
to
was
be that
sweet, my
tree
friend.
tree. You want to ground yourself like that strong tree because right now the highest leaf is going to be blown all over the place, right?
Mm,
So please ground yourselves in your own connection to source and love. You need to connect. Um, or at least if you find that you're atheist, you don't have anything to connect to, you don't believe in a higher power, find a friend who does,
mhm.
and and that will accept you and care about you and will say, you know what, I got you. Let's work together until something happens. Maybe spirit will do something. I don't know. I will help you. I will. You can get to that person, that friend, and they make you feel good about yourself, and they make you feel calm. That might be all you need in this lifetime right now. For now, no one's telling you to force
Yeah,
any type of any type
yeah,
of
that's good.
spirituality.
Address that. There's no pace to spirituality. There's
No.
no, it's your life. You dictate the pace. But telling you right now, people like us, we're being forced down a tube.
Yes.
Someone's kicking
I'm
our
sorry.
backs. It's true.
Yes, it is true. We don't
Like
have
we
the
don't have a
people like
choice.
ourselves
We
don't
have
have a
no
choice.
choice.
No,
Zippo
no, no, no,
choice.
no. So
Yeah.
everybody else does have a choice, but those who are capable. So spirit determines things and not like, okay, these are special, they are not special. No, it looks at things in function, and
Mhm.
like, so we're
Yes.
all part
Greatest
of the
good.
whole
The
function.
greatest good. Yeah.
Right. So it means that those that can do will do. Those that have cultivated the abilities, those spiritualists who have cultivated the abilities, they will be put to use. And it's like, okay,
Mhm.
lights, camera, action, go.
Yeah.
That's what spirit is saying. Go. You've cultivated your abilities so far, and those who have practiced for years of cultivating their spiritual abilities, they have to do it. And I mean, I just agreed. I just accepted. I just said, you know what? I did this. You led me down this path, spirit. We're going to do this. I can do this. Let's go. And why? Because I love people. I don't love the world system. I don't love
Mhm.
the world view, you know, rat race, crap, that. I don't love the world
Yeah.
view. I
Yeah.
love people. I realize that we're all connected. And
Yeah.
it came to me actually one day. Can I share this story,
Sure,
Michael? I
of
don't want to
course.
go
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. No, we're
So
good. We're good. We got, let me just look here for a sec how we're doing for time because I do have to work today. Yeah. Yeah. We're fine. You can ramble for another 5. Okay.
well, I just want to share this one this
No, no.
this
And I mean that in the most respectful way. I'm not going like,
yeah.
yeah, no, 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 no. But there was something my guides kept saying over and over again about what's going on with you, and
Okay.
we have to address the ones that are being called, okay? Because there are those in the shadows that are afraid, like we were 4 years.
Okay.
We have to do this together. We can't us. We're just beings. We can't hold the light for the whole consciousness. So if you can address that and just know that there's millions and millions of people who have skills that are far beyond mine that just sit in the shadows because it's like they're numb. They've learned to be numb. They need to activate the codes within them and they need to step forward because we are going to lose. We are fighting right now against the evil. There's the greatest forms of light I've ever seen in my life. I'm 58 years old. I've never seen such light. It's beautiful. But we have to fight together because the dark is winning and we can't let it win. But if we get together and we vibrate together, oh my Lord, this will be such an exquisite place to live, but we got to fight for it. So if you can address that with your signature, your energy, I would appreciate that.
Okay, so there is a spiritual warfare going on, which I hate to say, but I don't like to speak, but there is, and it's an inner battle between ourselves. There are negative energies that are trying to influence the earth in a harmful direction with the fear going on. There are positive influences, but the but where we are going and the potential of humanity is so great right now, and what we are capable of achieving. The universe is saying, the source of all things that is beyond good and evil is saying, sorry, I trump you, negativity. I trump you. So yeah, those who choose negativity, I'm gonna give you the choice and allow you to go in that direction. But the greater whole of humanity, those who just simply have the thought and the slight little seed, mustard seed desire to go to this new positive place, will be allowed to do that. So it's in a sense, it's kind of like a spiritual war between yourself and there's you see how we had gray before, right? We had black, we had the negative, the positive, and then we had the gray, right? So what we got going on now is the gray is shrinking. The gray is neutral. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a negative or a positive. I don't know. I just live my life, and sometimes I'm negative, sometimes I'm positive. The gray, right? I don't know. The
Mhm.
gray is now shrinking. So what that means is that means people are being kind of driven to a choice, to choose
Okay.
their polarity.
Okay.
Okay,
Right there.
right there.
Right there. That you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. They're being driven to a choice. You're being
Yes.
driven to a choice. Make a choice. That's beautiful, my man.
Make a
That's a
choice.
shirt right there.
Make a choice. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, what you want. Do you want to choose a world of destruction or, creativity and evolution? It's up to you. Um, choose what we need to choose collectively and individually. We need to choose.
We
Hmm.
also need to choose to be more kind to ourselves. So if we can address that for the next couple minutes of, you know what, stop hammering yourself. Stop thinking those negative thoughts because people don't realize what you think about most, you get more of. So if you're focusing on the lack in your life, the universe doesn't know any different. It's just going to give you more lack. But if you're saying to yourself when you wake up, I am loved, I'm connected, I am a divine being who's here to help the collective, I am worth another look, I don't have a glass ceiling, I am limitless, I am effing magnificent. And we'll say fabulous, sir.
Right, right. All of that and above.
Thank you. I feel so honored to have you here today. And I'm
Oh no, I'm
hoping
honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me up and making me feel all comfortable on this app. I appreciate that.
I, I'm going to give you the piece of advice that was given to me by someone who I don't think necessarily likes me too much, but respects what I'm trying to do. He said to me, he said, Michael, there's a spiritual community that is there. He called your Woo Brothers that is so massive. He said, you will do very well on this format. I'm banging my head against the walls because it is so different. And
Mm,
I had several people say that. And I think you'll blow up. I think your timing is perfect right now. Just make sure you're on every day. And you don't have to be on for an hour. Like I do this morning show now every day from 6:30 to 7:30. I would love if you just come up and do the comments. You don't have to come up every day, but if you could come up even for like 5 minutes once a week, twice a week, whatever you want, you're always welcome. And build something yourself. And if you need me to come and support you and you want a guest and You know, you can piggyback off me for a while. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I see your flow. It's very good. It's calm. It's peaceful, and you got I actually want to check out some of your past broadcasts on here because you seem to have some very interesting people up here.
Yes.
Want
Yes.
to check that out, and see what's going on and what you're talking about because there's some interesting things. And
Yeah.
like I
Well,
said, there's stuff in this.
they're putting their toe in the pond. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
And
they're
you
trying to. Oh, you're the initiator, right?
no,
You're.
but you know what I mean? They're like, oh, is the water hot? And they're putting their little toe in there. And you and I have been swimming in there and almost drowned a couple times. The undercurrent got us.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! And then we run.
Right. Do you have that feeling where you're about to you're on the verge of expansion into another level of energy and it's like, oh, it's overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have so many stories to talk about, but I'm not gonna, talk about them right here because I don't want to like,
Hold them, because we'll do
we're
them
gonna
in the
hold them because
future.
I got a
Hold
lot
them,
of more to talk about. But
and plus
anyway,
we don't want to totally freak them out either.
you see, I gotta be careful about that because to me it's exciting, it's filled with love, calm, peace.
Yeah.
I've never been interested in 3D. I like when I was like 9, I think. I asked someone. I said, "So what is there to do in this world? What do we do?" And someone said, "Well, you grow up, you go to school, you get married, you have a family." I said, "Wow, that's beautiful, but it's kind of boring, don't you think?" I said, "What else is there to do?" "Well, you can do all these other things." And I said, "Well, what about the magic, the interesting, the excitement, the what about the passion? What about the energy? What about that?" And I knew these things. I didn't have the language, right? Because children are not a blank slate, regardless of what people think. And that's another topic. But yeah, so I had all this information. I just didn't have labels for it. So then I go on to my learning and about the 3D and the communities and what
Can you
the new
explain
age has
3D to
brought.
them again, just for those who maybe have
3D,
not 3D, and then we'll end it
3D,
there.
3D, 3D. Okay, 3D to our materialists, those who believe without any doubt that they are the physical material that they assume every day, the body, and the rules of our constructed society, that the ideology. So those who, not that we don't follow the rules. I'm just saying that those who believe that the rat race is all there is, and then you die and that's it. That's 3D. When
Yeah.
you don't believe there is anything greater, you don't understand that dimensions are expansive. And if there is a 3D, then there has to be something beyond. And can we tap into that potential? Those who have not recognized that humanity has a greater potential and it lies in consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. I see Fraser here. Okay, so listen, sir. I'm going to beam you down. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll end the broadcast with Fraser. I don't know. He must have fell in love today. He usually comes in. I'll get him to say the last little bit, but please don't be a stranger. Everybody in the room, please follow this man and watch his stuff. And you're going to start doing stuff, right? You're not just going to come on here and go, I don't like Hobbs. Hobbs is not for me.
I'll be here. I need to be here. Spirit is telling me to be here, so I'll be here. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you so much. You have a great day. All right.
You too. Bye now.
Yeah. Fraser, you've got the final word. Come on out. Just what happened? Did you fall in love? What happened today? Sorry? Are you okay? What? Did someone attack you? Like you're outside? What's going on? Did you do a nature scope or something? Are we gonna see you tomorrow? You missed a great show. You got to watch this show, man. This show was deadly. Oh my God. We had the Peaceful Prince in here. It was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
I'm just I had to actually get off my arse and come out and do some work. So
Okay. So well, arse movement is good. It's good to move that arse. Sometimes you got to shake your booty. I get it on the dance floor.
No, I had to I just had to get, I had to get out. So,
Can you quickly tell them about your cleaning service before we go? Because I'm just about to end this. Tell them about what you do. Tell them how you'll go over to their house, get it spotless, clean, and you'll uplift their spirits with your wonderful energy. Not only do you get a cleaning service, you get phenomenal advice, energy, and your whole house will feel the loving vibration of Fraser.
Bobby Shadow in the chat. How you doing, sir?
Yes, yes. Bobby, do you want to quickly say a word? Did I put him in the other one?
He's either not been to bed yet, or he's up extremely friggin' early. I have to say that.
Okay, yeah.
He's
So Bobby, if I invite you tomorrow, will you come in? Can you come in tomorrow, Bobby? He's up all night though, right? He's a night owl.
He's only a night owl. Depends on what the colonel what the colonel's agenda for him is in that day. So it all depends.
And we don't mean Colonel Sanders. We're yeah. Yeah. He's stirring the pot there. Did you see that? He's stirring the pot. No.
He knows what I'm talking about. It's just it's that code between me and the shadow. You know what I mean? It's that code we've got.
Yeah, shadow code. It'll be in your first book, right?
So it's the Shadow Master. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what the colonel's got from. You know what I mean? So that depends. So the colonel's So it's obviously his days. Every day is different depending on the colonel's book.
So I'm going to ask you a serious question. So I need you to be serious for a second. Since we've met each other, you and I have now known each other, what, about a month, maybe a month?
Is it that long?
Yeah, it has. Do you feel that you view life any differently than you did before you met me? Have I maybe opened some avenues of different thoughts? I know I've frustrated the hell out of you a few times, but I'm hoping that I've also been able to awaken some different vibrations or different thoughts in you. And that's kind of what we're doing on here together. Fraser is kind of my co-host with the most. He brings another energy. I was telling my wife about you today. I said, we are so different. It works. I said, it's like two magnetic fields, you know?
Whatever. I agree to disagree. I would say that. Because
how about the glass ceiling? Can you tell us about the glass ceiling? Have you been using that in your life? Can you explain that before we go?
Well, I think it's a good analogy. Yeah, I would say it's a good. I would say it's an analogy. I mean, I mean, you talk about all this energy stuff, but that's not my bag, okay? And that's just it's kind of mutual respect. You believe in that stuff, I don't. But it's a mutual respect.
Now is that the Christianity in you? Is that the because of the parameters of it, you can't, anything deemed to be magic is bad, right?
No, it's just
or evil for that matter.
I just know what I believe, and I know what I know, and I step back a lot from what when you what I know you obviously speak to the people that relate to you, but to me, that side of things,
it's too woo. It's too woo for you. It's the outer. It's woo the Palladians. Okay, so Bobby Shadow. I'm gonna just wrap it up here. Bobby Shadow, thank you for being here.
I'll shut up.
No. Angie V, thank you so much for being here. Of course, what a wonderful guest today we had. My Lord, please follow him. Peaceful Prince. All right. That's all you got to look up. You'll find that man. He's the one. And listen, Bobby, Mr. Shadow, tomorrow, if I invite you in, will you come in even for a few minutes and enlighten us with about the many different moods of Fraser? And I hope Fraser will be there tomorrow, not shaking his booty as much all over the world. I get it. Got it.
You gotta say,
you've got the skills to pay the bills, my friend.
You've got to say this. Michael, say to Bratsky.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. Thank you. Bannerman, thank you. I love the Bannerman. Listen, if you guys ever want some wonderful, soulful sounds of some beautiful country music in the background. Bannerman is singing. He uplifts your spirit every day. He is a man who comes completely from his heart. He is transparent. I love people like that. So listen, everybody, thank you for being here. Do you want to say anything besides rubbing your head there? Is that kind of like fortune telling when you do that? You go,
No, it's just it's a bit cold and there's not much hair left. That's all. It's just a bit chilly.
well, you should wear a hat.
I do, but
I don't want to sound like your mom, but wear a hat and you hold the heat in, right? And listen, you're way too charming in the morning. That poor lady this morning had no chance against you. You know what I'm talking about. Tina, I saw you there. You were a smooth talking devil. I love you, man. You're the best.
I wasn't doing anything anyway. No, if I put my hat on.
Listen, you guys watch the replay. Tell me what you think. And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
If I put my hat on, I'll sweat like a chicken in the oven when I'm about to do this job that I'm about to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, now you're being mean. You know, I haven't been eating chicken. And now I'm thinking about chicken in an oven. You're playing with me again.
You're chicken, all right? You don't like you don't like eating a chicken. I was going to say you pluck a chicken, but I better be careful how to say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. See, you have to insert that craziness in there before you go.
They don't. So you don't wear hats in Scotland.
Now why is that? Is it against the law?
Behave yourself. No, I don't know what to say. Shoot, it's friggin' Baltic half the time. But anyway, no, just to say all about everybody. Happy days. As I say, have a good weekend, whatever you're up to, and just hopefully whatever constructive stuff you're up to, let it happen. You know.
We didn't have Twan today. No Twan today. Twan, if you're out there, we missed you. We hope you're doing well. Randy C, Randy W. Horton! You know what? If you get time today, follow his travels. He is so worth your time. And of course, Bobby Shadow, the Bobby Shadow Network, soon to be all over the world broadcasting. And one of the programs will be for sure Frasier, the many, many styling hairstyles of Frasier.
Yeah, and that's gonna happen. There's more chance here when that's still gonna happen, isn't it, Angie? Get vocal was let's just say about that, the better, to say the least.
Yeah,
but we'll leave that one there.
Do you have, before we go? Do you have an interpretation of when you go? Like, what does that mean? What is the essence of?
Well,
I'm just wondering what that is in your language, your deep spiritual language. Does anybody know? Does anybody know what? No? Well, okay. So listen, see me tomorrow. Now, tomorrow won't be as early, folks, because it's the weekend. But I will be on in the morning, and I will get my people to talk to Frasier's people. He's becoming quite the star. I've noticed he's been everywhere. We also did a show last night, so if you want to watch that and rebroadcast, awesome.
Okay. Awesome. That just went crazy.
It did. Well, you know what that is. Your energy is too powerful. So there is a replay from us last night. What was the name of that show last night? Late chat or something?
Just a general chit chat.
Yeah, I love that one guest, Mr. Cook. I'm gonna end the broadcast with that. He said,
"Right, gotta go. Listen, I'll catch you later, man. Because I need to go. Because I need to go and get into a job. I need to go for a.
He's got to make that money.
I've got to make some money and I need to go for a piss at the same time. But anyway, I'll catch you later. Okay.
All right. Too much information. Okay.
Thank you. You know? See you later.
Bye-bye.
Gotta be done.
All right, folks. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We're here Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 7:30. Thank you so much for all the people that were in the room today. And I'm feeling incredibly blessed. Thank you for the over 70,000 views now in less than a month on HAPS. Sign up today. Let your love flow freely and let your soul signature shine. I had problems with it. Soul signature shine. It was like a tongue twister there. Thank you for being here. Have a great Friday and be loving to yourself and be loving to the people around you. And may you treat the people around you the way you would like to be treated today. God bless you all. whatever your God is, and know that you are part of the collective, and we are here together raising the vibration here on HAPS. And thank you so much to Mark. I appreciate what you're building here, my friend. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless you.